Assalamu alaikum. I am Amiyo Bhattacharjee. I will take higher mathematics class of class 9. My dear students, I hope you all will cooperate. You must take your higher mathematics book, calculator and a copy. Please do it. Today's class will be taken on the basis of your upcoming MCQ examination. That day, I discussed chapter 7, infinite geometric series. Today, go to exercise 8.1. Okay, angle. Actually, in geometry, an angle may be 360-degree maximum. Geometry. In geometry, maximum 360 degree, minimum 0 degree. You understand? So what we have come to know, that an angle in geometry, its maximum value is 360 degree and minimum is 0 degree. Okay. Its maximum is 360 degree and minimum is 0 degree. But for trigonometry, maximum or minimum, no limit. It has no limit. Please try to understand. MCQ, multiple choice questions. Question may be given, what is the maximum angle in geometry? Answer is 360 degree. Minimum 0 degree. Okay? But for trigonometry, there is no limit for being an angle maximum or minimum. You understand? Another thing, in geometry, angle cannot be negative. But in trigonometry, angle may be negative. Angle positive or negative, both are applicable in trigonometry. But in geometry, angle is always positive and its maximum value is 360 degree. But in trigonometry, there is no limit of maximum and minimum value. And remember one thing, angle may be negative in trigonometry, but in geometry, angle cannot be negative. You understand? Okay. How many types of system of measuring angles? There are two. Write down two systems. Number one is sexagesimal and number two is circular. Try to understand. There are two systems. One is sexagesimal and number two is circular. In sexagesimal unit is, can you tell me what is the unit? What is the unit of sexagesimal system? Who can tell me? I want to see. What is the unit of sexagesimal system? Okay, I don't see anyone writing. Sexagesimal, what is the unit? Write down. One right angle. One right angle. RA, right angle. But in circular, it is 1 radian. 1 radian. C for circular. 1 radian. Now, the relation between we all know 180 degree equals to pi radian. Okay, try to understand. 1 degree equals to pi by 180 radian. Okay, 1 radian is equal to 180 by pi degree, and we all know that the value of pi is equal to 3.1416 approximately. Okay, now suppose the ratio of three angles, write down the ratio of three angles of a triangle is 3:4:5. What is the smallest angle? What will you do? In this case, I have seen that students normally write down that the largest angle is 90 degree. Largest angle. They think 3, 4, 5, it supports the theorem of Pythagoras. But it is not the ratio of the sides. It is the ratio of angles. Please try to understand. If it was the ratio of the sides, then maximum angle would be here. Sorry, the largest angle would be 90 degree. But it is the ratio of angles. So what is to do, write down what should be the angles? Angles, let the angles be 3x degree. I am doing through degree at first. 4x degree, 5x degree. You understand? So what is their summation? Three angles. Their sum is 3x, 4x, 5x equals to what? 180 degree. Degree, 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 degree. As it's an equation, so it does not carry any unit. You understand? It is an equation. Then if the unit of left hand side is equal to the unit of right hand side, it is degree. So it is degree, degree, degree. Have you seen? Yes. Then what we get? 12x equals to 180. So x equals to 15. What was the question? The smallest angle. Very good. The smallest angle is equal to what? 3x degree. 3x degree. What is the value of x? The value of x is 15. So it is 15 degree. Okay, 15 degree. I have put the value of x. The value of x is 15 and it is already given unit as degree. So it is equal to 45 degree. Now you can find the other two angles like 4 into 15, 60 degree, 5 into 15, 75 degree. But if the question is given to find the angle in terms of radian or in radians, then what will you do? You just see here, then the angle would be written not in degree. The angle would be written radian, 3x radian, 4x radian and 5x radian. You understand? So 3x plus 4x plus 5x is equal to what? 180 degree. This is 180. 180 degree equals to what? Pi radian. So it is radian, radian, radian. It is pi radian. You understand? We have the same unit. Okay, in both the left hand side and in the right hand side, we have the same unit. This is radian, this is radian, this is radian. It is pi radian, and we know that pi radian is equal to 180 degree. That means 12x equals to pi. So x equals to pi by 12. Now, if you are told to determine, suppose the smallest angle, then the smallest angle is equal to 3x radian. What is the value of x? Pi by 12 radian. Radian. Pi by 12 radian. That means pi by 4 radian. That is the answer. Okay. So, and we also know 45 degree equals to pi by 4. Many students, what they do, you know, they just find it 45 degree, then they multiply 45 by pi by 180. Pi by 180. to determine angle between hands. That means, here hands means, suppose, okay, this is 12 and this is 6 and this is 3, this is 9, okay, this is 1, this is 2, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Try to understand. Here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Have you seen? There are 5 smallest divisions from 8 to 9. Per every hour, okay, we have 5 smallest divisions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 12 hours. How many? 12 hours. Per hour we have 5 smallest divisions. So for 12 hours we have 12 into 5, that is 60 smallest division. 60 smallest divisions. Okay, and we know that there is an angle of 360 degree at the center. At the center there are 360 degree angle. Here 360 degree. So 60 divisions subtend, 60 divisions subtend 360 degree. So one smallest division subtends 360 degree by 60, that is equal to 6 degree. You understand? What is meant by this? That one smallest division subtends an angle of 6 degree at the center. What is meant by this? Okay, see. Suppose okay, this is one smallest division. This angle, this is an angle, and the measurement of this angle is 6 degree. You understand? This is only one division, okay? And there are about 60 divisions like this. So this one division subtends an angle of 6 degree at the center. It is an MCQ, okay, to be given in the exam. Okay, 1 degree. Now, suppose it is 3 a.m. The time is 3 p.m. Suppose 3 p.m. 3 p.m. is what? This is hour hand, and this is minute hand. 3 p.m. The time is 3 p.m. Okay, without any calculation, we can tell that yes, an angle of 90 degree will be at the center, created by the two hands. One of them is hour hand and the other is minute hand. We can answer the yes, the angle between them is 90 degree. How does it come? You see, here there are 5 smallest divisions, another 5, another 5. So we have 5 plus 5 plus 5, in total 15 smallest divisions, right? How many? 15 smallest divisions. One smallest division subtends an angle of 6 degree. So 15 divisions subtend 15 into 6 degree, that is 90 degree. You see, it is an angle of 90 degree. So what we have come to know, at 3 p.m. the angle between two hands is 90 degree. Also, at 9 p.m. or 9 a.m. It is 9 p.m. or 9 a.m. whatever it is. Okay, the angle is also 90 degree. But what is the angle between the hands at 4:40 p.m. or a.m. It is immaterial. 4:40. Can you answer me? Okay. For MCQ, you may have a shortcut technique. Dear students, please pay attention. You have an MCQ examination, right? So you must answer the question within 1 minute, right? Yes, some question may take about 2 minutes, while some questions may take about 10 seconds. Anyway, at 4:40 p.m. or a.m., what will you do? Write down the angle between them. Suppose it is theta. Okay, it is theta. That means theta equal to, write down, it is the formula 30 hours minus 11 minute degree. Have you seen? This is the formula 30 hours and 11 by 2 minutes. Suppose in this question it is 4 hours and it is 40 minutes. That means we can write 30 hours, that means 30 into hour, 4 hours. 30 into 4, okay, minus 11 by 2 m minute means what? 40 degree. Have you seen? 30 hours. Hours means 4 hours. 11 by 2 minutes. Minutes means what? 40 minutes. Now calculate. 120 minus 220. It is the absolute value sign. That day I told you. Absolute value sign, okay? That is, it will be always positive. It is equal to minus 100 degree. If it is negative, then it will be positive. That means it is 100 degree. Okay. Now, if you are told to express the angle in degrees, it is the answer. If you are told to express it in radians, then what will you do? You have to multiply it. 100 into pi by 180 radian. Now you have to use the calculator. The value of pi is 3.1416. Okay? Have you got me? Now I am giving you a math. I want to see that how you can do it. Okay? That is 8 hours 20 minutes. At 8:20 am, what is the angle between hour hand and minute hand? Using this formula, hour hand and minute hand, angle between hour hand and minute hand. The angle between hour hand and minute hand. Have you done it? Okay, one student has written Azmain Tazawar 2 pi by 3 radian. Another one is written 130 degree, 130, 130, 130. 130 only. Some of you have written only 130. You have to write down it is in degree, okay? Anyway, that's good. Many of you have written. I am very much pleased with all of you. Okay, let me try, okay? So, 8 hours 20 minutes. 8 hours 20 minutes. So, it is 8. Okay? 20 minutes. So, it is 20. Have you seen? That means 3 8 ja 24 and here 2 10 1 1 0. That means 130 degree. Thank you very much, those who have written 130 degree. Okay. Suppose if you do this math like this and this angle, suppose it is our hand and it is minute hand, this angle, okay? But if you find the angle, you have to get this angle at first, which is greater than 180 degree. You understand? Which is greater than 180 degree. Have you seen? This is greater than 180 degree. Then what will you do? Okay? If it is told, then what is the angle between them? You have to answer which is less than 180 degree. Please try to understand. Which is less than 180 degree. Okay? You have to answer always that is less than 180 degree. Arithmetic progression. Arithmetic progression. Okay, take out your book. Take out your book. Arithmetic progression. Okay, that is in your question number 6, exercise 8.1, question number 6. I'm sorry. Arithmetic progression. Question number 6, exercise 8.1. 8.1. You have a math that is in a triangle, the angles follow the arithmetic progression. And the largest angle is twice the smallest angle. Okay. Then what will you do? What will you do? What is meant by this? You understand? Suppose I am showing you 2 from here. Suppose I have written a number. See, please see. It has been started from 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Suppose. Then 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. It is 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Okay? You see, I have written just a random number, okay? If I take any 3 columns, okay? Have you seen? I have taken any 3 columns, okay? I have taken any three columns. Have you seen? Any three columns. Now the interesting fact is that these 6 and 20 equals to what? 26. If we divide 26 by 2, we are getting this 13. Okay? 18 plus 8 equals to what? 26. If we divide 26 by 2, we again get 13. 7 plus 19 equals to 26. If we divide 26 by 2, we get 13. 12 plus 14 equals to 26. If we divide that 2 by 22, that 26 by 2, we will get 13. That means the average of this and this is 13. Average of this and this is 13. Average of this and this is 13. This and this is 13. Everywhere we are getting 13. And it is applicable for all. If we take these 3, it will be applicable. If we take these 3, it will be applicable. And for any numbers. Okay, but it will be consecutive numbers. Why I showed you this, just to have the knowledge or concept about arithmetic progression. Suppose arithmetic progression, we are going to write down some numbers 3, 5, 7, 9, 10, dot, dot, dot. Okay, I have written 5 numbers. Okay, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11. Okay, and they follow arithmetic progression. And now, what is arithmetic progression? Okay, though it is given in the exercise 13.1 of your math book, but try to understand. Everywhere you will get a common difference. Suppose 5 minus 3 2, 7 minus 5 it is 2, and that you did in class 8 pattern exercise 1. 5 minus 3 that is 2, 7 minus 5 is that is 2, 9 minus 7 that is 2. Okay, you understand? That is called 2 is here common difference. Okay, that's good. Now the interesting fact is that if we get the average of this and this, what is the average of 3 and 7? 3 plus 7 equals to what? 10. 3 plus 7 equals to 10. If we divide 10 by 2, we get 5. You understand? 3 plus 7 is equal to what? 10. If we divide 10 by 2, then we get 5. Okay. Again, it can also be found like this. What is 5 and 9? 5 plus 9 equals to what? 14. You divide 14 by 2, you will get 7. You understand? In this way, this and this equals to what? 18. 18 divided by 2 is 9. Actually, what I am going to show you now, that is, if first is given x, it is not given, and it is y, and it is told that they follow arithmetic progression, then what will be this one? What will be this one? This one will be, this will be x plus y by 2. The mid portion can be easily found. The mid portion can be easily found by the average of first and third. Okay, that means the second one can be easily found by the average of the first and third, or by the average of the other two. You understand? This can be easily found. Now, in your question, question number 6. Now, in your question number 6, what is written there? In question number 6, it is written that in question number 6, it is written that in a triangle, the angles are in AP. AP means arithmetic progression, and the largest one is twice the smallest one. So it's okay. Suppose the smallest one is suppose x degree or in x radian, whatever it is, x degree. So the largest one is, what is the largest one? X degree. If the smallest one is x degree, it is given in the question. So what is the third one? Second one. What is the second one? Therefore the other means the second one here. The other is equal to x degree twice degree by 2. That means 3 by 2 x degree. Now the question may be arisen. I have told it's the other. Again I am telling the second one. Okay. Suppose 2, 4, 6. It is given. Okay. And they are in arithmetic progression. Have you seen the largest one is the maximum here? I am sorry. The third one is the maximum, and the first one is here the minimum. So this one, I have found this one, okay? So this is not the largest, not the smallest, okay? This will be the mid portion. Now it is easy to find, now it is easy for you to determine the angles, and that is x plus 2x plus 3 by 2x equal to 180 degree, that is 180. So we are getting by calculation here, this is 3x. This is 3x plus 3 by 2x equal to 180, and we can get the calculation here. 3 to the 6, 9x. Okay, 9x equals to what? 360. So x equals to what? 40. So we are getting the angle 40 degree. Here it is 80 degree. Here it is what? 60 degree. Have you understand? The smallest angle is what? The smallest one. The smallest angle is here. X equals to 40 degree. Okay. The largest one here 2x degree. That is 80 degree. And the other one. The rest one is 3 by 2x degree. 3 by 2x degree. X equals to what? 40 degree. That means 60 degree. What the angles we have found here? We have found the angles here as by 40 degree, 60 degree and 80 degree. Have you seen? Suppose 40 and 80, that is in total 120. 120 divided by 2, we are getting the angle as by 60 degree. 40 plus 80 equals to what? 120. 120 divided by 2 equals to what? 60 degree. Okay? So, I think you have got me. And anyway, there is a formula, the most important, S equals to R theta. Suppose this is a circle, okay? This is theta, okay? This is S and this is R. And this is the formula, S equals to R theta. What is theta? Theta is the angle here, okay? Theta is the angle subtended at the center of the circle, okay? Anyway, it is easy for you to do. Suppose you are given here theta equal to 60 degree, okay? And R equals to suppose 10 centimeter. What is this? S equals to what? What will be your functioning here at first? At first, this theta is to be converted into radians. There is no other option but to convert the angle theta into radians. Have you got me? you are left with no other option. You are bound to convert the angle in degrees through radians. Okay? That means here theta can be written 60 degree equals to 60. What is 1 degree? 1 degree means pi by 180 radian. Okay? That is pi by 3 radian. You understand? Pi by 3 radian. Now formula S equals to r theta. What is r? R is 10. Here r is 10. 10 centimeter. Remember, here r is 10 centimeter. It is pi by 3 centimeter. Now use the calculator. Okay? The value of pi is 3.1416 and you will get the result easily. Okay? Suppose theta equals to what? Users determine theta equals to what? Okay. It is your classwork. Number A, 60 degree, 70 degree, 90 degree, 100 degree, and all are approximately. Okay, give me the answer. Okay. Not getting any answer from you. Dear students, I am not getting any answer from you. Pay attention here, okay? Here, S equals to r theta. We have to determine theta. So r theta equals to what? S theta equals to what? R. What is S? S is 11 centimeter and R is 7 centimeter, right? That means centimeter has been omitted, okay? Centimeter is no more. That means 11 by 7. Is it? Huh? Who can tell me? Is it? No, it is not. As it is theta, it is radian, okay? Now, 11 by 7, what is 1 radian? 1 radian equals to 180 degree by pi. And if you calculate, the answer will be very near to be 90 degree, approximately, okay? 90 degree. Answer is 90 degree approximately. But if you are told to express the angle theta in radians, then your answer will be, it will be 1.57 radian. It is also approximately, okay? That means we know if it is told to determine the angle in radians, answer is 1.57 radian, and in the other case it is 90 degree, okay? That means 90 degree means what? One right angle. That means one right angle is equal to 1.57 radian approximately, okay? One right angle, okay? This is also a relation. That is, one right angle is equal to 1.57 radian approximately, okay? Anyway, try to understand, okay? Follow the classes of all the teachers, and you get a proper preparation for your upcoming all the examinations. Thank you very much that you were with me. Best of luck. Assalamu alaikum.